Welcome to Aaron Plays. This will be my second episode with Band of Brothers doing the infantry training scenario. Take a building from Ghost Panzer. So the previous video we did turns 1 and 2. This one I hope to do turns 3 and 4 to finish it off. All that's happened really so far has been a lot of fire across the street. But the Soviets need to get moving. They need to take the building, make sure that I'm not in it by the end of the game. That's the victory conditions. So at the start of turn 3, I declared that I was going to spend my CP point to activate my weapon team again, trying to keep these guys out of the action as much as possible. So clearing the shots, it's firepower 7, I roll a 3. Okay, 3 plus 4 is enough to casualty reduce both of those units. When the unit gets reduced, it gets fully suppressed. It would have been fully suppressed anyway, because they were already suppressed. So that means that now it's the start of their turn. Okay, we're up to log 24 at this point. Okay, so he tries to activate the weapon team. He needs a 2. He rolls a 6. For some reason, he declares that's a result of my guys. I think you might realize at some point that he's erred there. I think he was looking at the 6 morale rather than the 2. Okay. Does he point it out at the end? So I'm now fully suppressed, but that first shot should have come in. So let's see if I actually correct that mistake. I think I know we did. So correcting, I did point it out. So therefore, that shot there didn't have an effect, but the shots from here did, fully suppressing one of my guys and marginally suppressing the other. I mark a unit with op fire, so in case he decides that it's now the time to run across the road. Oops, wrong button there. Sorry, my bad. And op fire there again if he decides to do the dash across the road. 5, to log 26. Okay. He's just going to keep shooting, he says. C7, there it is. Okay. He rolls a 9 on that shot. Next shot, he's definitely hitting that hex there. That time he rolls the 1, which is enough. Double suppress them. Oh dear. Serious situations now, because if he runs across the road here and these need to want to do a final op fire, they're going to pass a morale check of 1, which is a 10% chance. All right. He then realizes and marks some units as doubly used. So he just goes, right, there's the first one moving in the road. So he's doing some detective work. He believes at this point that this is my other decoy rather than this one. Okay. He's absolutely right. That is my decoy unit up there. That's a real unit here. But he doesn't know that at that point. So he passes it back to me at that point there. Okay, so there I then do a morale check on the first unit. it needs a 1, rolls a 9. Second unit rolls a 7. Both get marked used at that point. Okay. Looks like we go to the next log. At this point, we're at log 28. In they go. Boom. All right. I can't fire at them while they're now occupying my hex there. And I'm now really ruining stacking. Okay. So as I said, there's not much I can do about it. If you guys don't pass morale checks. But I now decide to bring these guys around. I think they might be needed. Okay. I don't think he had anything that could op fire on them. Obviously, you can't op fire if you're in melee. So okay, you're going to try not to activate the other unit in C5. Squad in there needs a 1. Rolls a 9. We'll try and activate the unit in D7. Even though this is not suppress or anything, notice that their morale on their flip side is an 8. An 8 or less. Rolls a 1, they're keen, and they're coming across the road. He's blind, he's thinking, oh, well, this didn't fire last time. So that must be a dud. But I could have been fibbing last time, couldn't I? He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He's making an assumption. It's a correct assumption, but that's beside the point. Log 31. Okay. No fire. I wonder why. I'm playing a deep, long game there, I think. So all that happened in that log was me declaring no fire. Okay. Log 32. Okay, and in they go. Let's choose. Unit H6 will fire. He's a 2. Rolls a 2. Become suppressed. G7 will fire into there. Rolls a 10 for a miss. He asked a question, are we using the 1942 morale rule, where both sides get +1 on their morale in melee? The answer is yes, because the scenario is set in 1943. I think it says somewhere in the text here, in 43. So the Germans and the Soviets get +1 on the morale for testing while they're in melee. Okay, so that was log 32. So bring up log 33 now. I hope this isn't coming across as too disjointed, guys, while you're watching. As I say, it's I say clear, I have no unit to activate, so we go on to the morale checks. Log 34. Okay. Ooh, no, there was one final shot then. Okay, my bad. It was a miss. Testing for his route phase. So he does have to test in here. You test for route if you've got a unit that's adjacent to an enemy unit, it's in the open and line of sight. This unit of mine doesn't have to test because, yes, it's adjacent to Soviets, but they're in melee. Okay. If he passes here, well, one unit doesn't have to test, got a 10. So I'm going to struggle here because if I fail, they're dead. Okay. Need an 8 or lower for that other guy. Right. So that was, we now do my morale checks. And double 1 will be useful. First squad. Or 2. What's the morale? 1. Not. And a 6. Ah, the 2. Yes, the 2's a pass, isn't it? Of course it is. Just said the morale's improved by 1. So 1 dice. So 1 fails by 4. It doesn't die. It if they both fail, you roll both of them, then they both would have died because they would have been adjacent to an enemy unit still as they routed out. But as 1 pass, it covers the other one, but it reduces because it rolled a 6. Punt it back to there. All right, so my melee rolls. My guy rolls 2 dice. Melee. I rolled 2 and a 5. My melee value was a 6 in there, wasn't it? Yes, even though it's fully suppressed, pass the morale check, your account's full. That's 2 hits, which will probably take 1 on each unit. Okay. Pass it back to him at that point. So I rolled 36. Okay. So both of his units are firepower 4. He'll be rolling 2 lots of 4. He rolls a 7 and a 2. And the other unit rolls a 2 and a 4. So that takes me out. Yeah, no, you need to use his command point. He will reduce 1 unit and eliminate the other. All right, he's been generous and letting me remove my unit. So we're into log 37 of the game. At which point I remove my unit. I put they're taken out by second line Soviets. What a disgrace. That happened because I stacked. Ending the turn. Okay. So you can see all the use markers removed. Suppressions, where they were red, become yellow. And we're moving into turn 4, the last turn. Okay, so he just needs to get rid of this unit now to win the game. However, I have brought this guy up. Still got my weapons team. And obviously my decoy. He's, however, still got lots of Soviets. I declined at this point to spend my CP, keeping the weapons team up to try and cover this row, stop too many Soviet units dashing across, and hoping that the suppression on this guy stops them grazing happy over here. So we're on to log 38. Just saying it out loud, guys, just remind myself where I actually am. So he tries to activate the unit in E6 first because they've got a morale of 5. He rolls a 3, so they do activate. It's not good. Well, he says good start. I'm a bit dubious about that. Okay. And they're firing across into the building. So this time they're fired by 4, plus 3 because it's adjacent. That'll be 7. Minus 2 for the stonework building is a 5. He rolls a 4. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Then I'll try the weapon team. Weapon team needs around a 6. He rolls a 2. Good enough. And they fire into my concealed guys. His firepower will be 6. Take away 2 is 4. He rolls a 6. Phew. Okay. He then declares another shot across the street. Firepower 5 with a -2. Needs a 3. Rolls a 4. 10 to hooks at this point. 10 to hooks. And then he moves into the street. Back. And decide to fire across here first. Which was unsuccessful. What he was actually trying to do whilst he was doing, when he moved that unit there, he was actually checking line of sight, which you're not allowed to do in the actual game. You check line of sight when you actually declare the shot, not partway through a move. So you declare a shot, you can then check line of sight, and you see if it's blocked, it's blocked. The other time is if you've got units that are concealed and they move in the open and someone might be able to see them, then you're allowed to check line of sight. And also if you want to gain concealment is the other time, not just willy-nilly. Some games you can, ASL, and this one definitely you can't. So we're going to go to log 39. Up. I then point it out that you're not allowed to check line of sight. Okay. I pass it back to him at that point. So log 40. Okay. We'll continue some fire. Rolls a 9. F7. He's trying to get them double suppressed, rolls an 8. Again, failing to suppress them any further. Okay. So, taking quite a little bit of firepower. You can see from most of these guys are, one of them is fresh. Yeah, I'm still here. So 41 at this point. In my message there, I was expecting to do a mad dash across the road rather than fire, but he didn't. So I said, I will now fire my weapon team. Into these guys. So I'll be firing at 8 minus 2 for the stone is a 6. I roll a 10. That was a miss, wasn't it? Mark the other guys up fire. Even though by now we all know it's a dummy or decoy. I can still use it as one of my activations to mark it. It can even be still used to strip concealment and such forth. So log 42. Going to the wire. Okay. F7 moves forward. My op fire. Log 43 will be my log fire. It will be my op fire. They have to pass a morale check. Morale is 6. They roll a 10. They roll a 10 as the Russians are coming running across the streets. Their heads are down. as I put in there, kissing their asses goodbye. Okay, that was log 43 at that point, so we're into log 44. Bringing it up. That was the high roll I needed. Yeah, he says. And in they go. I'm at this point going, oh, Okay, his final move, they're into there. Any op fire? Well, do I op fire with this guy? I know it's real. He knows it's real because this one hasn't. Okay, do I op fire? Good question, guys. Would you guys have op fired at this point? Add it to the comments. Would you have op fired at that point, at that guy running across the road? Okay. This is log 45. I'm loading up. I decided not to op fire. Log 46, punted it back to him saying no op fire. He then moves him in. Went through quite a few in this side. He's like, well, can I bring them in here? Can I bring them in here? So he brings them in there. Do I op fire at that point? Yeah, it says he should have swarmed across the road earlier, which I agree. I do. That was log. So we're into. That was log 45. Well, it's 46. Load 47. Okay. Hi, James. Yes, I think I would have stormed across earlier. My op fire, I actually op fire with this guy. Morale check. He's got past morale check of 6. Goes to 3, so he passes his morale check. Firepower of 4, +1 for the op fire, -2 for the stone building. So I need a 3. Roll a 9. So no. As that was your last unit to move, then to me. Okay, so what do I do with that guy? I move him into that location there. Okay. And that actually, that was log 47, log 48. Okay, theory of advancing into here, as he's got no more units to move, remember he has to eliminate me from both building hexes, is that he can't. Because that guy there, his guy can only take out one of my units, not both. But the other one, the express guys, has got to pass a morale check. So if it routes out, then there's a chance for him. But that was my thinking. Rather take the risk of firing here and then eliminating there, I advanced into there, into the building. He talks about him assault firing and such forth across the road. Okay. So route phase. So if it passes, then it's impossible for him to clear out. His morales. Okay. He doesn't really have to take any. No, he doesn't. Log 49. As we go into my morale check. Morale check with the CP in my fingers. I still have the CP, I can re-roll the morale check if they fail. We roll a 10. The morale check. I then play my CP. I roll a 3, so they pass. Phew. Okay, my melee dice. Roll a 4-4, a 10-8. That takes his guy out. And just for the completeness, I actually then do roll the dice for him. He rolls a 3-6, which reduces one of my squads. But that ends it on that log, because I'm still in the building, the end of the 4th turn. And yeah, it went to the wire. This is a good introductory scenario to teach basic infantry tactics. Does make you, or emphasize that stacking in this system does not really work. Sometimes you're forced to when you need to get, you know, maximum amount of firepower you can get across the road. But the risk is you take, you know, potential double losses, which is it should be. If you've got a lot more guys in an area, they're at risk. So there it is. I played through this purely so it's a complete game. You see what it looks like. I'm a relatively experienced guy at this. I've been playing for quite a few years, but I haven't played since 2018. So this was my first scenario since 2018. Looking to get back into this system. My opponent, he's new to it. I think he did a reasonable job. He didn't do anything really foolish. Concentrate firepower, get them double suppressed, go in, take them out. That's what this system's all about. Suppressing the enemy, going in for the kill. And it was amply shown that in this particular scenario and this video. So until next time, guys, thank you for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And hopefully that might be the last time I use that, because I'm going to put an end note on my recordings. So comments, as always, much appreciated. Bye.